Yo, it's your girl, Miss Mina,
What you got, Hippie G?
and you're now listening to Cafe Talk Unfiltered Truth.
Welcome
Welcome
to
to
the
the
cool
pool
table.
table. Mina,
With your boy Hippie G.
and you're now listening to Cafe Talk Unfiltered Truth. Welcome to the
Welcome
pool
to the
table.
cool table. All right, we got our girl Missy for Life in the building. You can catch her on TikTok, Missy for Life 21. Make sure you go send her that follow, good vibes, and everything. So you want somebody to help you boost your lives up and all that. I ain't talking growth party, but somebody to come chill with you. Fly ass Missy all day. What's up, Missy?
What's up? How's everybody?
We good. Thank you
We
for
doing
coming
all
through
right.
today. We definitely
Yeah,
Thank you for
appreciate
having
appreciate you.
me. Thank you for having me.
it. So we're going to start with our quote for the day, which is cherish the body and nurture the mind, for both are fruits ripe for the picking, by no other than Hippie G and Miss Mina combo.
All
So
day.
our topic for the day is, can celibacy enhance your mindset? Who wants to take the floor first?
I'm gonna let Missy take the floor on this one, y'all. She the guest, y'all.
Okay.
How
So
you how
how
you
do you
feel about that?
Well, it can definitely enhance and boost it. Um, for one reason or another, I know for me, it alleviates a lot of distraction and gives your self time to just do what's necessary for you to nurture your mind and let other things flow in and take your energy to other things other than something sexual or keeping you abstaining and keeping you more in control and in tune with yourself.
I agree with
Yeah,
that?
I can see that. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I feel like a lot of people, even though they might think like, nah, I'm not doing all that because we so the mindset of how we have everything now. They might not agree, but I think a lot of people should practice that, whether it's for a few months, a year or two, or it's nothing like rebalancing yourself.
Hmm.
Rebalancing yourself is like key, man,
Yeah, I
because you
think
you
that.
need that.
Yeah, I think that's a major point of it too. Like, taking out time for yourself and, like Missy said, alleviating yourself from other distractions, because I feel like sex a lot of the times distracts you from what you really getting from a person. Like, it distracts you from understanding a person, because your first thought is, damn, I want to find out what that's about. Or, like, you're not really looking at that person for who they are. Like, you're fixated on their abilities to please you. So it's like you're not even giving that person a chance to even present themselves fully, because you're focused on the sex aspect. And I also agree with Hippie when he said balancing yourself, um, giving yourself a balance of, for one, allowing yourself to have time to understand yourself and your wants and your needs, rather than catering to somebody else's. So,
Yeah, yeah. I
Most
like how you said
definitely.
that. Like, yo, instead of
Most
catering
definitely.
to someone else's,
yeah.
like taking that time to be selfish, yo. That's
Hmm.
oh man. I ain't expect you to hit me with that. That's nice, yo. Cause you have to be selfish in some aspects of life, yo, especially concerning with yourself. Cause if you don't care about self, man, like how can you really care about somebody else or even notice when whether it's love there or just like someone taking advantage of you
Mhm.
or even with like when I say the whole balancing aspect, You think about the judgments you make in life, situations you go through, like just that clarity of the mind. Like that is key, especially moving in this world today. That is key, yo. I feel like personally, because you go out here with a bunch of like toxicity, like it's like waste, like a bunch of waste, like somebody who don't use the bathroom, they just got that built up waste all in their body and
Yeah,
all of that, man.
and
That's
that goes.
dangerous.
Yeah, that goes into like energy and like um you know taking on somebody else's energy. Like people don't really understand that our bodies contain a lot of energy. So although you don't realize that you're transferring energy in between those moments because sex is a very intimate moment, and although you
Mm.
feel like it's um it's the most meaningful aspect of a relationship, is really not. Like that should that's supposed to be the end all be all of the fact that y'all connecting. So when you're transferring energy with somebody that you really, really don't understand or don't know, like you're taking on their baggage without even realizing it.
Yeah, yeah,
Absolutely. Which brings me to why I chose in my almost 3.5 year relationship in the last year to abstain and become celibate. It wasn't an easy choice. Well, it was an easy choice for me, but it wasn't an easy choice in the relationship because when you're in a relationship, that's
Yeah.
one of the ways you connect. That's one of the ways that a person, connects with you. So it was a challenge, but it was something that I felt like I had to do for me. Um, and in a sense, being selfish because it was a lot of toxicity in that. It was a lot of bad energy being transferred. It was a lot of different uh, things that just weren't. Uh, Basically, it was sucking the life out of me.
Right. And
yeah.
So it was literally sucking the life out of me, and I in the whole relationship, I was catering to the person's needs. I was making sure they were good, and I was falling short in a lot of different areas. I became drained mentally, emotionally, and even physically, to the point
Yeah,
where
like
I didn't
Mama
even
Bear with no love.
with no love to give myself, let alone them.
mhm,
And so I knew because I it's not my first rodeo practicing celibacy. I knew that that was one way that I could detach myself and keep from get back on track. Just like when you're on a road trip and you're using your GPS, and sometimes you fall off the track. You
you
have
gotta
to hit that
reroute.
recenter button and
Turn around.
recalibrate. You have to
Turn
recalibrate.
around.
Or sometimes there's just a recenter because sometimes
yeah,
you can play with your phone and you can just be off your course, and
Mhm.
something can distract GPS from getting you where you're supposed to go. And there's that little triangle button that just gets you to recenter. And
Right.
I needed to
yeah,
recenter, and I had to get back to me, and I had to regain my value again. And uh, sex can sometimes be somewhat of a power and control thing too.
Mhm.
And in my relationship, it became that, not the actual sex, but the actual insecurity in it,
Mhm.
where the person didn't trust me at all. like
yeah.
like to the resting
Like it
heartbeat
clouds
rate type things.
judgments.
Yeah,
Yes,
it
judgment.
clouds judgment, it clouds just being, not even um, understanding the person for who they are. And so when I took that away, it was like I already saw what wasn't there, but I had
Yeah,
an even bigger and broader picture, and I was able to think a little clearer about. how to not just abstain for sex, but abstain from the relationship and break away completely.
Okay, so I definitely want to touch on two things that you said. Um, so the detachment aspect, like I definitely feel like once you stop, especially like if you stop having sex with somebody that you were continuously having sex with, and you finally break away from it, like that, like you said, it made your mind more clearer because you detached yourself from the situation, and that itself is a cleansing moment. Like because now I
Mm.
can really see you for who you are. I'm not clouded by or um I'm not stuck on the fact that you can please me in a certain manner or whatever. It's no
Like
longer
walking around with a blindfold.
yeah, right.
You
It's
don't
like
have it
walking
on
around
no
with a
more.
blindfold and you don't understand how you like it's like being around somebody and be like, I really don't feel like being bothered with you. But the moment that portion kicks in, it's like you totally forget about the fact that
By everything
I
else
just
that
said,
just
yeah,
happened.
that I just said, like that, nothing, none of that matters now. So that's what makes me want to segue into. Do you feel like celibacy changes your way of thinking?
Absolutely. Reason being, going into the segue, absolutely, because like you said, when you're in that moment of I'm not really feeling you right now because of some of the actions that you've shown and you put sex on the table, it makes you forget about or push to the side those issues that need to be addressed. Meaning, okay, you didn't treat me well in this area or this area. Why would I give my body to you when you don't even appreciate the person that I am besides that? So, you know what I'm saying? So, and then your moral compass starts saying, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you giving this person this, which is the most precious part of you, when the other precious part of you isn't even being nurtured in
That
the way it
quote.
should?
Mm-hmm. That quote.
That quote.
Always go back to our quote. Always
Always
realize
go
that.
back to the quote.
But,
Hey, I wanted to ask you this though, because most people they believe the same way. Some people do it for different reasons, not because of just bad relationships or anything like that. Just the understanding of life, period. But do you think it's fair to say, because you said to like I forgot which words you use, but basically in a general sense of another person. Do you think you include yourself in that, like even being selfish towards yourself, like sometimes like yourself can cloud your judgment, like because we're speaking about sex in general, so
Absolutely.
that means in all aspects of it, even
Absolutely.
from the
Because
word
I'm
they'll
human.
use, masturbation.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just about to.
Absolutely.
I was gonna bring that up too. Like, is that also included in that sense? Because,
Yeah.
like you said, it is being selfish to yourself. But is it really being selfish to yourself to deprive yourself of that pleasure, knowing that technically speaking, is a form of sex. So like when people say, because that was going to be another question, like do you feel like it's extreme to even consider celibacy, because some people feel like it's an extreme aspect of trying
Yeah.
to redefine yourself. um and in some cases it may be, but I feel like for the most part, like only you could take that journey, only you know
Hmm.
what yourself can sustain. And like Hippie said, like some people they practice it differently. So there are many forms of practicing celibacy, and everybody has their own way of doing so. So I don't know what
Yeah,
y'all
cause
think.
I'll go. I'm gonna tell you right now. I go full Monty, yo. I can't touch myself, man. If I'm touching myself, yo, I'm not celibate. I'm not celibate, man.
Because, like, if we can be frank, I have been in the the area of where I wanted to please myself had, but I am so focused now that in the beginning of it, yeah, I was a little frustrated with just me being by myself, wanting to please myself. But now
Like
that
scratch
I'm,
that itch.
yeah, but now that I'm where I'm at with a lot of different things, and I've now had more time to be focused on um, more things that are benefiting me, that I really don't think about it as often as I used to. And I don't, I mean, even when I do, I find other ways to distract me from it. So
Okay.
it's tough. It's not easy.
Shit
It's
sound
not
like crack.
easy. It's
Yeah.
not it's not always, but I mean, I'm being honest, it's not
Yeah.
always easy
Yeah.
because I am a human, and we do it. Me choosing to do that was not because, oh, I know I can do it, or it's something that, it's just a piece of cake. No, it's just you have to take a
No.
stand for yourself.
Right.
But at the same time, it's something that, I mean, that you do enjoy having, but
Hmm.
it's in the right setting, in the right place, in the right time. So with that
Definitely.
being said, yeah, I mean, now I can't really tell you the last time I've
Yeah.
been there, because
Yo.
I'm so focused on business ventures and doing other things or working that I really I pass time in other ways.
Right.
Yeah,
And
cause
I
So,
your
find
boy, your
enjoyment
boy
and I
was
find
a
enjoyment in myself and other things. And then it becomes almost like kind of like a little power thing too, because it's like I can hold out for myself. So it's just like,
right.
you do it
yeah,
like
like
you make another feat
gaining.
for yourself, so you're gaining a little bit
Exactly.
more self control, and so yeah.
Let's go. That's what I'm
Okay.
talking
So,
about. That's
so
what I'm
that
talking
that
about.
that's another way of thinking about it. So it's like, okay, I'm taking out time for myself. It's like a mind over matter thing. Um, Giving yourself other activities or other things to deflect your mind from thinking of those things. So I could kind of grasp that concept. I could kind of grasp.
Yeah,
I could
cause
grasp that
it's like seeing stepping out of your hometown and seeing like, yo, shit, the world way bigger than what I thought. You know,
Yes, yes. I
the
mean,
world is way bigger than what I thought. There's actually more to enjoy in life than fucking like, oh, I'm stressed out. I'm a jack off.
concept.
Like,
yeah,
gotta watch a porn. Like that shit gets addictive. That shit is like crack for real. I'm
right. And
like
and
your boy was
so
a
glad
chronic
you said
masturbator. I felt like, yo, I'm not even gonna lie. Your boy was a chronic masturbator. I felt
Don't feel
like,
bad.
cause
You are definitely not by yourself. So
Right, and that's what I was saying. Like in the beginning, it was
right,
just like, because I am a sensual being. Like
right.
I enjoy it, but like I in my relationships, you develop um you develop a bond, and like I've always told people, like I can't have sex with you if I don't have a bond with you.
Mhm.
Once you break that bond,
Mhm.
it kind of goes south for me
Right.
anyway. You
It's
know
a
what I
in
yeah,
mean?
between,
And there was a lot
reciprocating.
of things in my relationship, and bringing it back to me, there was a lot of things in my relationship that I wasn't happy with myself. So it kind of broke a bond with me too. So
yeah,
it's
And
not
that's really feel
enjoyable
bad.
for me because I really don't want to do it by myself. I want to be with somebody else, because when I was trying to please myself, it became frustrating to me because I want that sensual touch. I want
Mhm.
to hold someone. I want to kiss someone.
Mhm.
I don't want to do that by myself. So I find
yeah,
different ways. Like the other day, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go on a date by, with myself.
Mhm.
It's finding different avenues to get back to me. So yes,
I
it
like how you
it
said that.
it makes me want to get to know me better and
Right.
date me like how I want somebody to date me. So celibacy is not just all about the sexual act, because
Yeah,
in
yes,
the
I
beginning
like
stage, stages of the relationships that I build, I automatically tell them, like, I do like to have sex. I do like it, but at the same time, it's not just sex for me. It's a
Mhm.
whole lot of other things that factor into it. And once
it's
those
like you
factors.
yeah, it's like you building that mental relationship foundation with yourself.
Hmm.
That meaningful relationship foundation with yourself.
Mhm.
And that's important. That is very important. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I like how she said
From what
that.
you said.
And I was
Go
also going to
ahead, yo.
say, because I've been unforgot, but I also wanted to say, like, when you do find other things, like sometimes, like for me, like yoga is stimulating to me. So
Hmm.
you'll find other things that will replace that urge to
Stimulation.
even,
Hmm.
indulge in
Want
any of
to.
those things, because you found something else that replace that you that euphoria, because yoga does
Yeah.
that. People don't realize it,
Hmm.
but it really does. Like, different situations really do bring on that vibe. But or like you find other things that become stimulating to you in that way, and sometimes you won't even realize it, but you've been had that feeling without even doing anything. So I've
Right.
said that to people many
Uh,
times before, like, I don't have to touch myself to get off. Like, I literally
Right.
don't have to. But
you have to, yo.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like, because you find other things that will stimulate you in that way, and
Absolutely.
it'll iron that
Absolutely.
out anyway. So it's like, I don't have to, I literally wouldn't have to do it. So it's about, like you said, finding that inner peace with yourself, and finding things that can replace that urge, which we already kind of touched on it, but sex can be very addictive.
Hmm.
So once you have have that experience, it's hard to break away from it. So half of the time, like, you don't even realize that you're attached to somebody, but you don't really like this person. You just like them because they got that good, or they got the D, or whatever, however you want to put it. Like,
Right.
that's, and you're not even looking at them as a person. It's like, I'm not even checking for you. Like, it's not
Right.
It's like
it's
I'm checking
it's
for
not
your
even
accountability,
you
man.
that I'm
yo.
calling for. Like, I'm not calling to speak to you. Like, this is not
I'm checking for your mans. I'm not even checking for you.
check for your mans and them. Like, I'm not even checking for you. So it's like that that separation, and giving yourself that time and space, you start to realize, like,
Yeah.
okay, maybe I do need to take that time out. And the more you start to separate yourself away from that urge, like Missy said, you start to forget about it. Like, you literally start to forget about it, and you don't even realize it. And then it becomes other things that become more stimulating to you, like having a decent conversation, or
Just a
playing something
conversation.
that you
Yes.
really enjoy
Yes.
doing, or like
Yes.
Just a decent conversation is
Hey, cause
stimulating to
like
I
you
me.
ain't
feel
gonna
like,
lie, Joe. I ain't gonna lie, yo. Us guys like conversation too, yo. It ain't all about
Yeah.
that little cookie down there. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
sometimes we be dealing digging your homegirl up top. We ain't even stunning the broad downstairs, yo.
yeah, that
Like
Right.
part.
if she can talk to me proper, give me something to think about, challenge me, like on some Jill Scott,
Hmm.
elevate me,
Hmm.
co-write with me and some more, like
Hmm.
just within life itself. Man, yo, you just showed me a lot. You just chills
Right,
go
Yeah.
down.
right,
I'm talking about the type of girl when she talk, nigga, chills go down your
yeah,
spine. You like,
right,
You like,
exactly.
dang.
Like, yeah, see, I
damn,
didn't even need to touch the old girl just to get
You
that
like,
feeling, Like,
dang. Let me
like,
get
oh,
some
what's
more
your,
of that. Let me get a
like,
little
what's
bit
your
more of that.
name?
Like, yeah.
that
I'm
part.
with
Look,
that.
uh,
And
like you
when
felt
a
like
guy
just a
can
few
speak
words, she done kissed you.
intelligently and Like, okay, let's just put it in aspects of when we look at celebrities and stuff, and people are like, "Oh, such and such is fine, and such and such is fine," and I don't really get down with this dude, or I don't really get down with that dude. And they're like, "What? You don't see he's fine?" When I saw him do an interview, his
Mhm.
interview was off. Like, what was he saying? Like,
Straight
it held no
trash.
substance. You know what I mean?
Man.
But this dude over here, yeah, y'all ain't checking for him, but homeboy is smart as I don't know what. And they're like, what? So they sit there and they think, like, case in fact, I'm at Walmart. I work at Walmart. And there's, certain, you know how it is in Walmart. We
Mhm.
work with people
Mhm.
all day. We
Wally
build
World.
relationships. And everybody's going for the cute guy with the dreads. And I'm like, he is goofy. He's
Mhm.
goofy.
Mhm.
Like he had no substance, and all the girls fighting over him. I'm like, but that dude over there, that little quiet dude, little nerdy looking dude with the mustache, that dude right there is that dude. I promise y'all, everybody is checking for that dude right now, and everybody is saying his name because I've drawn attention to him
Mhm.
because
Right.
his intellect is through
It's
the roof. Like, why are
right.
you even here at Walmart? Like,
Right.
he is super smart, and then now they doing conversations with him. They're like, oh, they like, I didn't even know he was like that. I was like, mm-hmm, because
Mhm.
you looking at homeboy with the dreads, and he over there doing goofy shit. But that dude right there, he'll get your bank account right. You know what I'm saying? He'll help you. He'll help you get your credit straight. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? He'll
Mhm.
motivate you to wanna buy a house or buy some land. This
Mhm.
dude right here is gonna like try to stay in your house and eat up all your cookies. No, no, we're not doing that.
It's like, yo, you ain't got no Oreos in here. Where the milk
Yeah,
at?
like you eating up all my zebra cakes. We're not doing that.
It's like, yo, she got all the snacks, B. Like, oh, word, that's all you. That's what you
That's
there
all
for,
you thinking
kiddo?
about. Like, nah.
Huh, kiddo?
Like for
Like, yeah,
real.
man. But we go through that too, man. Cause you see some girls, they trying to be, and all that mess, and it's like, as that one girl in the corner. It's like everybody's, man, oh, she quiet, lame, or she don't know how to have a good time.
That's me.
Whole time she might be the life of the party for real, but you never stop to talk to her. And it takes that one guy to go talk to her and be like, yo, what's up? It's
Mhm.
just when you approach her, you gotta approach her correct. Cause
Correct.
the mind is powerful, bro. The
Mhm.
mind is
What
fucking
you working with.
Right.
powerful, man. She don't come in with no makeup, no eyelashes, none of that. She come in dressed up, she ain't showing nothing. Talking about even her skirts are a nice length, the heels ain't too, and when she walk up, mm, that's how bad she is. The phone
Okay.
drop. That's
She
how
make your
like
phone drop.
yeah, she make your phone drop. You don't even want another. You don't even want a number. Like, yo, can I see you again, man? Can I
Mhm.
Right.
see you again?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
It's learning a person's mental. Like I feel like when you become celibate, like you focus more on the mental aspect of a relationship, the the connection that you can build, and that's not, it's not even necessarily a relationship with yourself included. Like Missy
yeah,
said, just finding out who you are without that that sexual pressure of having to please somebody else or figure out like dang, you're not focused
yeah.
on all
Allowing
the
yourself,
yeah, doubting
allowing yourself
yourself.
to have positive self-esteem and self-care. Like giving
Absolutely.
yourself that chance to have that. Like, and that's
Cause
that's deep.
what have I been saying all day yesterday? I love it here. Like right now, I love it here. I love the space that I'm in. I love the skin that I'm in. Like I look in the mirror now, like things are
You
clear.
a black
Like I'm
girl,
able
you a
to
black girl, you a black girl, you a black girl, black
okay,
girl.
do your
Yeah,
thing.
do your thing.
Yes. So I mean, I'm getting back to the things I love, I enjoy. My kids see a better me. Like they're they're the way they speak to me is a little happier now. So like it used to
Mm,
be mom I love you. It used to be a little, draggy now. Now it's mom I love you.
mama,
And
I love you.
yeah, so like my energy transfers to them.
Yeah.
So, whatever I'm feeling, they're feeling. So this definitely was a win-win all across the board. And I would do it again. I would do it all over again. Because I mean, I
Mhm.
made a lot of good decisions in that, and my self respect and my
Mhm.
boundaries are in line. And going forward, like I can now attract what
You really
what's in
want.
me.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
what's in me, because um, you start you start looking at what you're attracting. At least I do. And I'm just like, what is in me that's attracting you to me? Why are you coming towards me? Because I
I be
don't
Mhm.
want
feeling
that.
that way too, yo.
So like I need to back up and just say, let's rethink this thing. Let me get my mind right, because I want to attract that good energy. I want to attract somebody who has substance, consistency with their thoughts, to help keep me on track. The
Right.
things that I post, then
Mhm.
then reflects that too. So, the people that are in your inbox, you're just like, no, not that I would go there, but I'm just saying,
Right.
it just, it all the way around, it just shows you different aspects of what your energy is pulling.
Yeah, from family to friends. Like
Everything.
you'll even change up your whole circle once your mind
Mhm.
is right. And that's I guess that's not even just going with celibacy. You'll change up your whole, like she said, yoga
Mhm.
is another key one. It
Mhm.
all depends on the situation. If you're in a relationship where you and the person are already married or working on getting married or something like that, then yoga, jogging, little dates with your significant other, spending that taking that time out. And if it's just you, because celibacy, most people tend count on the belief of not even getting married,
Mhm.
like
Right.
Right.
canceling out all of that for
Mhm.
clarity with everything.
Mhm.
Right.
So it ain't just intercourse, no kissing, holding hands, etc.
Mhm. Because those things could potentially give you that urge. But I was about to touch on something that you were saying, like not even taking time away from your spouse, even if you are trying to get married or if you are married, like taking initial time by yourself to be separate from that person can also bring y'all closer together. You don't always have
Yeah,
to be up under each other, or you have to give yourself,
24/7.
yeah, give yourself time and space to miss each other. Like, I was watching a TikTok not too long ago, and the guy was saying like some women, most women want to be able to be themselves freely without thinking that they're turning their man on. Like, let me it that doesn't mean because I hopped out of the shower that I'm trying to seduce you or anything like that.
Seduce
Like,
you.
yeah,
Yeah.
allow me to be me in every aspect of me being me. Like, if I wanted to lay down in bed and complete nudity, that does not mean that I'm trying to urge you to touch me, or just little things, like just misdemeanor things. And some people don't get that. Like, i I don't, I should be able to walk around in my little shorts or whatever without you groping me or something like that. Like, let
Fuck
that be,
that.
like, just allow me to be me. You get what I'm saying? Like, it should not be a situation where I everything I
Hippie.
do is everything I do is sexualized. Like,
Right.
I should not, it, because now you make me feel like I'm just a sexual object to you. Like,
It ain't
Mhm.
everything.
that you. I listen.
Just, we have to
I
conversation.
agree with you. I agree with you. I ain't gonna take that. I'm gonna speak for the guys that's like me. I love you from that little mole on the back of your little butt. Any flaws you think you have and all that, I'm smacking that mole just to let you know. Hey, that don't mean I want nothing. It'd be nice if I did get something, but I'm able to slap you on the ass like, want your sex, yeah. Then walk out the room, go play the game. I'm chilling.
Right.
Right.
But at the same time, most women, if that guy walks around like you hop out the shower, you know you looking magnificent to him because you know he's with you, so you might not look magnificent to everybody else, but you look it to him, and he just say, babe, you want me to cook or we ordering out, and he just walk off. You know, someone would be like, oh, he didn't even notice me today, or like he didn't say hi. It's because we are born with that understanding that, we figure, you want some time to yourself because we take time. We like,
Y'all
y'all
take
know,
time.
we gonna try to get time for ourselves. Like some dudes don't do it the right way, but most dudes, whether it's just like playing a game, I've been around you all week, all week. There's one
Mhm.
day out the week besides me coming going to work and coming home, there's one day out the week where I might want to hit the ball. I ain't looking for nothing, or I might want to go watch the game with the guys, or shoot, I might just fucking go for a walk. You know, it all depends on the type of person, but some women don't like that.
Mhm.
But then I have to contradict myself because I'm also a person within a long term relationship. So, well, I said long term, long distance.
Mhm.
So, like, when me and that person finally meet, man, that's like unbreakable. Yo, every single day I want to see, like, I'm in your face while you
Yeah.
sleep from the time you wake up.
But
Like,
then,
yo, I've been missing you for years.
yeah,
And
Right.
you
I
just,
get that
and the
part.
whole time you cracked eye looking at me like, yeah, like you want to see me, like you was just making sure like I'm still there. Like it's so many different
Yeah,
scenarios,
it
man.
is a, like, okay, I get what you're saying, and no, it's the way that you approach the situation. I'm not saying, like, of course we want you to
Yeah,
be like, oh yeah, boo, you look good today. Like, of course, yes, we want that. We want you to at least notice us and say, hey, babe, you look nice today. And hey, you want to order some food or whatever, whatever, or whatever. Like, cause I'm going here and play the game or whatever that may look like. You know what I mean? Like, but
your ass going
it's
in there and play the game with them.
yeah, pretty much, because I'm be like, all right, yeah, because we about to play this game real quick. But in the same token, like, is the way that you approach the situation. No, we don't
Yeah,
want to be. We just don't want to be sexualized at every aspect of the day. Yes, of course, a little tap
Every
on
single
the ass.
time we
Yeah,
walk in a room.
yeah,
Yeah.
a
yeah.
little
But
slap
that's
on the
where
ass or whatever.
conversations
That's
Like,
have
that's
to
why I
be
said
had.
I can't speak for all. That's why I
yeah,
said I can't
Yeah.
speak
Well,
for all because I know what you mean.
that's where conversations have to be had. Like you have to
know your mate.
know your mate, and
Plain.
you just have to, that's where communication really is key, because like you have to know what love language, that's a love language. Like you would have to know what that person's love language is to understand, some people's is touch and some people's isn't. Some people can, like you
Yeah,
say, can walk freely and just want to lay, in the nude, or they just want to actually just, come out of the shower and just comfortable with themselves around you and feel comfortable around you. So that, I mean, that's where the conversation of your love languages have to be spoken very loud and clear, so that it doesn't get misconstrued. If he happens to just walk by and go play the game, and you come out the shower and you in your feelings, there should be some type of signal that gives off for each other to say, hey, let
don't
me just.
no no we don't speak that language. We
Not
straightforward.
all
We
of you
don't
do, but
speak.
some of you do.
Yeah,
Mhm.
some of us do, but then we get it wrong. You be coming there looking at me. You might just think like, "Damn, he look handsome." You forgot you was naked because you in your natural state.
Mhm.
Like, damn, he look handsome. And
Mhm.
I'm looking at you like, oh shit, fuck this guy. I'm about to get some. Oh no, no.
Then you
Yeah,
look back
yeah,
at me.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I'm done.
Like we be getting confused sometimes. Like we just and the ones y'all think like understand it. Nah, that nigga just be getting lucky. Like we just be getting lucky like a mug, yo. Like damn.
But that, like Missy said, though, it goes
But you
back to
got the ones that
understanding
get
your,
mad.
yeah, it's understanding your mate, and learning what they
Mhm.
like and what they don't like. That's why that time apart and that time to yourself is needed so that you can express that to that person and be like, look, I really don't like this. I really like this. So if it'd be nice if
Right.
you do more of this. So it's
Yeah.
up to that person to actually try to convey those things. And that's why I said the
Oh
other day,
yeah.
like, compromising is knowing compromising is more so having allowing each person to have a say so in what how to fix the situation. Nobody is
Yeah.
sacrificing and nobody is getting full control. It's like, okay, look,
Mhm.
I ain't like this. This not working. I don't like the way this is going. What do you think can make this better that we both can benefit from? Because at the end of the day, we both need to be benefiting from this. It shouldn't be I feel like I'm missing out on something or you feel like you missing out on something. Like so
Right.
Yeah. And I totally agree with that, Joe, because I'm 100% with you. I wish y'all would use partners, like your partner instead of, the guy. Cause
oh,
we go through that. Yo, let me tell you about this ex, man. It's story time for me right
story
now, man.
time.
Story time.
Story time. Like this ex, she was a Taurus. Let that marinate. I'm a Capricorn.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
So look, we'll go places like Food Line. Say if we're going grocery shopping or something, we in the aisle, we looking for something. There's kids walking by, there's people walking by. I got on my nice jogging pants. That's because I ain't going nowhere, so I just got on the jogging pants. You know what I'm saying? This dude, man, she will literally like be standing there looking at prices and stuff, and just out of nowhere, just cuff it and just be rubbing the bones. I'm like, yo, chill. She's like,
People ain't
and just like, yo, like, I'm like, come on, man, it's people around here, and then catch an attitude like, yo, there's kids walking by. Like, my man was chilling. My man was good. My man not even thinking about that. My man thinking about, estimates and stuff. His mind is on math just like my mind is on math. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, you make sure you get a bottle of water, right? Yo, how much is that water? Cause we gonna need it. Yeah, I know we gonna need it.
Right,
Like
right. We
he's
need that
he's thinking
water.
about groceries. He ain't and then you wake him up to like he's like, yo, even he's like, yo, chill, it's like picking on a bully. Like a nigga gonna attack you sooner or later. Like, and I'm saying I gotta walk around with this. It's like, yo, this little kid's walking by and you're just like this. Like, come on, man. It's like, mm, like you said, Joe, you gotta have that talk.
yeah.
Not saying
Hmm.
I'm not saying I'm not cool with public affection and anything, kissing, hugging, holding
For
hands and all
certain
that.
things or for
Yeah.
certain
But come
areas, in
on,
certain
man.
places.
Yeah, and even if I'm standing there cooking and stuff, I don't want to be hard, Joe. I don't want to
Yeah.
be hard.
Right. That part.
Can we
And that's the same for
can
us.
you
Like
draw something, do a puzzle, I read a book. Let's be old real quick. Let's really relax with each other.
Just be
Like,
old real quick.
yeah.
like let's just love each other. Like,
That
is
was
this the
the
only thing we getting out of this? Like y'all said, this is what I'm here for? Like you
mhm.
just want my homeboy?
That's
Like
what
you
that
just
goes
here
back
for
to
my
About
what I
you
was
and
mans
your,
saying
and
it's
before.
about
them.
your
Like
man. It's about
I'm
Yeah.
your man.
that's what I was saying before. Like I'm not even checking for you. Like I'm checking for your
Yeah.
homeboy. Like I ain't even checking for you. So it's like that's why taking that time out and knowing what you want to receive and present that to a potential partner is much needed. So celibacy, I feel like is something that is needed, and
And
instead of
great
something that
minds
needs to
think
be,
alike. Great
in,
minds think
yeah,
alike. Cause
instead of being something that you have to do. Like no, it's not something that you have to do. It's just something that's needed. Like you need to take out time, especially if you started having sex early, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be celibate for all your life. Like no, no one's
yeah, it don't
saying
have
that.
to be permanent. Yo, man, I'm
It
loving you right
yeah,
now,
it
yo.
doesn't
I
have to be
swear you in my
permanent.
head.
It's more so taking out time to replenish yourself. Like, damn, I had
Right.
fucked up situation after fucked up situation, like I need to take some time out and like really redefine like what this is supposed to look like for me. Like
Yeah, like what's
and
going on in my world right
yeah,
now?
and really understand what that looks like instead of being like, damn, I ain't had none and such and such and such and such. I need to go get some now. Like,
No.
maybe
Like you
not. Maybe
said,
you
an
just need
addiction.
to,
It's
yeah,
a drug.
it's an addiction, and you become so especially if you are a person who's very very active and have a very high sex drive and you really do be wanting it. So it's like that becomes a
Yeah.
situation where you be like, damn, it's been a minute. Like it's been a minute. Something got to give. Like okay, and then you trying to hop on the next thing smoking. Like no, maybe you
Yeah.
need to take some time and reevaluate what that's supposed to look like for you.
Like, I'm
And
tired. Aren't you tired? We should be tired.
Yeah, I know you tired.
exactly, like I'm
Yo,
tired at this point. Like I'm tired of going through the same situations over and over again,
Right.
and get thinking I'm gonna. That's the insanity of it. Like you keep going through the same situation over and over again, expecting a different result, but you haven't done anything to really change it.
To
You keep
yeah,
change
going,
it.
yeah,
yo,
you're going back
at
into the
all.
same revolving door over and over and over again. Like it's time to get,
Just
yeah, it's time to get the fuck out. Like it's time to get out of the
Get
just
revolving
out
door.
of the revolving door. There is an opening,
Yeah, it's either
yeah.
you really trying to get in the building or you really trying to get out the
You
Trying
building.
to
trying to
It's,
get
get
it's
out
one or
the
out.
building.
the other.
Like,
Yep.
yo,
So
You're right.
I
that brings me to this next question though, man. Do you think sex is Americanized?
American. Okay,
Did
so
I
like
form it
what we
right?
were saying earlier, like are we culturally addicted?
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like it is. I feel like it's Americanized.
Well,
Americanized.
you
Yeah.
could, yeah, Americanized. I
Okay.
messed up on the word
It's
or
okay.
something
It's all right because
else.
I was fucking up too. It's all right.
I actually messed up on that whole sentence, but we could say just so culturally addicted
Okay.
to sex.
So I feel like a lot of the times it's pushed out into our face. Um, we're made to believe that it's something that we need instead of something that we want. Um, I don't feel like we give ourselves enough um what's the word I'm looking for? We don't give ourselves enough credit for what we can and cannot handle. So I feel like
Yeah,
we look to other people for validation so much to the fact that even as kids, like teenagers or whatever, like some of us felt some type of way because some of our homeboys got some before we did, or our homegirl already hopped the gate before we did, and it's like, now I gotta sit here and act like I did something and I really didn't do nothing. Like, mm, how do I play this role? Like,
yeah,
so for me, I didn't start until I was 14. Granted, and I started after like I realized like some of my friends did start, and I kind of feel like I started before some of my friends if I think about it for real. But um, but it was like the books I was reading and stuff like that. So I was like, maybe I need to try this out because I am not talking to no like I wasn't talking to my parents about it or anything like that. It wasn't nobody that I could talk to or say like, hey, I'm having these feelings. Somebody explained to me what's going on. Like, yeah, I had a Planned Parenthood situation in the fifth grade where they came to our school and they told us about sex and whatever, whatever. But it was more like a teaching aspect. Nobody
Right.
actually told us like, listen, you're gonna start feeling some type of emotions and this is how you should handle it. I feel like that part is missing and it pushes a lot of adolescents toward it because it's smack that in their face. It's like everyone's
yeah.
talking about it, everyone is like
The
rotating about it.
commercials,
Yes,
the
And
videos,
that's what I was
social
about to get
media,
on
like
too.
yeah,
Cause it's more
exactly.
everything.
it's more to me. It's more than just like that first piece or trying to be one of them early bloomers or something like that. It's
It go
from
deeper. Yeah.
dressing, from how you look to
Mhm.
your approach on everything, man. Like she said, social
Validation.
media, your magazines, somebody telling you how you should look. It also causes it also that type of stuff right there
Look at all these
causes
ladies having BBLs.
suicide, surgeries that's unneeded. Uh, even though sometimes it does benefit some people,
Hold
because
on, wait.
yeah, some people are like,
Hold on, wait. I'm sorry because that was like 50 minutes, and
uh,
I wanna. Okay, go ahead.
alright, like it does benefit some people for health reasons, whether it's to
Hmm.
drop weight or just to tone yourself up. But check out like your Mary Kay and Ashley situations and stuff like that. People who go
Hmm.
bulimic, thinking even some models back in the day when it was a whole big thing of how they looked, they had to be a certain size to fit into a certain
Mhm.
type of wear, walking down just a unhealthy pattern of
Mhm.
what was sexy and what's not.
Yes.
And this ain't had nothing to do with like penetration or nothing like that, cause sex sells. It's like
That's what they push.
what the majority of eyes look at, and
Mhm.
and what and what society has told them, from
Mhm.
your magazines to your commercials, your movies, what they tell you is sexy,
Exactly.
and not what you know is sexy. Cause there's
Exactly.
that one dude who's like, "Yo, I like my women healthy." Like, so when he see that stick walking, it's like, yeah, in the movie she cool because she look a little thicker in the movie, but when he seeing she like a full stick, and it's like,
Mhm.
nah, I wouldn't even touch that. Or the
Mhm.
same thing go for a dude, this big muscular dude, all cut up and all of that. Shorty like, yo, nah, let me holler at your homeboy, your man's in them.
Mhm.
Average built dude. Like
Mhm.
he chilling. He ain't all this, super Marky Mark type.
Mhm.
And so
Yeah.
I feel like it is, but in a greater aspect than just like what we was taught,
Yeah.
Hmm.
And
what was thrown at us.
yeah, definitely what was thrown at us, and it brings me back to my sociology project actually, because I did one on beauty is a health issue. Beauty is a health issue. And a lot of the times we don't pay it any attention because the media pushes it out into the universe that this is the way that it's supposed to look. This is what beauty is supposed to look like.
Yeah,
Instead of pushing the fact that, and I'm happy that more people are gravitating towards their more natural aspect of themselves, because a
yeah.
lot of the hair products that we use is not good for our skin, our
Right.
Hell no.
hair, any of that is really more harmful than anything. Um,
It's just straight
you
junk
know,
that was covered with a girl in a mini skirt or something like that.
the products that we're using, um, things that say that this is what beauty is, and people are running to it, and it also has something to do with cultural, I mean, colorism and things like that. Like there's so many different aspects that that gravitates to those situations because a lot of that is embedded in how we view things, and it's fucked up, but that's pretty much the reality of it. And like you said, it's thrown in our faces so much that we don't see it's harming us, and
Hmm.
as
Yeah.
a unit, like not just, you know, in, you know,
Kids getting bullied at school
yeah, the
because oh her hair
Yeah.
is not long enough, or her hair should be
Yeah.
like this, or she has
mhm,
like freckles or something, or that's not pretty, or oh
mhm,
but now it is because it's a trend. It all
mhm,
depends on what they set the trend
to
as.
be
If it's
exactly,
trending, then it's that. But
Right.
if it's not trending or it's not beautiful,
Because I
Exactly.
asked the
it,
lady
it,
at
it
work.
can go in so many circles.
I asked the lady at work. She's like, I'm going to get a BBL, and I'm like, why?
Mhm.
Like, she's already like thin,
Mhm.
and like she couldn't give me a real reason. She was just like, I don't know, I just want one. And I was like, well, surgery is already, kind of dangerous. And I
Right.
mean, there's nothing wrong with you. You already get a lot of attention just by being you. Like, you're amazing.
Mhm.
What would you want to change? What is it when what do you look at? What do you see when you look in the mirror?
Right.
And she was just like, I just want my little stomach to just do this a little bit. And, my other, friend in there, she was like, well, you just need to go to the gym.
Mhm. Yeah.
you
Like,
know?
Yeah.
it's
But
just
she's like,
yeah.
because I mean,
Cause,
I'm telling you, there's nothing wrong with her, but
and it's probably
because of what society says, love and hip hop, and
Mhm.
everybody on Love and Hip Hop has a badokadok, like everybody.
Mhm.
And I'm just like, and some people have had complications with them,
Mhm.
but that still hasn't stopped anybody from going to
From
get
going to
them
get them
because,
right. Because it goes back to the sociology aspect, the fact that is a functionalism aspect to everything that we go through. Like they need
hmm
people, even with the healthcare system. Instead of teaching people to be healthy, like there was a doctor who used to like say if somebody was malnutrition, he would prescribe them food. They
right,
don't allow them to do that because it's taken away from the pharmaceutical industry.
right,
These are things that make the economy continue to grow. So if they cut off people from wanting to get surgeries, these plastic surgeons is not going to have no job because it's not going to be nobody that wants to get it done. So your job is now
Yeah.
obsolete. And now the hospital, so to speak, or these private practices, so to speak, are now obsolete. You're no longer needed because the majority no longer needs you.
right.
So they have to keep things in rotation in order for this platform to continue to, transcend. Otherwise, it is what it is. So,
Yeah, because it it amazes me sometimes because I just be looking like, yo,
It just goes back
my
to
name,
the
my name speaks for itself, man. My
mhm.
name speaks for itself, man.
Woodstock,
Hippie at heart. I like everything natural,
yeah,
and it don't have like if you want to put on some makeup or whatever. I don't really fuck with makeup, but yo, if you feel like you want to put on
that's
some
what
makeup,
you
not
do.
saying you don't look beautiful,
hmm
but I want to kiss you without having that shit on my lips and shit. I don't know what it's made from. I treat that like the food I eat. Like it's certain
yeah,
products I don't mess with.
hmm
So, but I would never deny my woman's. Yo, I know
affection,
you think I'm beautiful,
right?
but I
It's
just
a
wanted
self,
to
it's
do
a
this. I
self
wanted to
thing
get
too.
even more. Yeah,
hmm
It's a self thing too, and I've heard a lot of women say this too. Because I play in makeup. I don't really wear it, but I like to play in it, just to see if I know how to do certain shit. But certain people look at that as a self care thing. Like I'm
yeah,
getting up in the morning, I'm taking a little extra time out of my day to
For
make
me.
me feel beautiful. I'm not doing this for
yeah.
you per se. I'm just
hmm
doing it to make me feel beautiful. So they once they step out of that realm of thinking and realize like you're beautiful without it, makeup goes out the window. You see what I'm
It
saying?
does. I mean, because I have it, but I don't wear it every day. Some
Yeah.
days I wake up, I'm just like, we're not, we're doing bareface today, because
Yeah, I might
like,
just put my lashes on, Fuck
yeah, I put
that.
my
I'm just gonna put
lashes
my
on, or I
lashes on.
might
You know
just
what I'm
do my
saying?
eyeshadow,
Mm-hmm.
or because I
Yeah,
don't really foundation just doesn't do. I can't do
Make my face
foundation. Like
itch. I don't like it.
I just can't do foundation. I don't know. Like it's beautiful when the makeup artists do it. It's beautiful how they transform the face and everything. Special occasions I might get a nice beat or whatever, but I couldn't do it every day. Like I
Mm-mm.
still can't do it every day. I can't put on
yeah. Cause
lipstick
the joint be
24
flat
times
out.
a day. It's just too much. Like I'm a girly girl,
Like
but I just can't. Like I love doing my eyes every now and again. I like doing a dramatic look on my eyes every now and again, but for the most part, what you see is what you get. Like,
Yeah.
I could take my lashes off, and I still be,
Mhm.
I still look pretty decent.
Mhm.
But this is just something that I just like to do for me, and
Exactly.
and it works for me.
It's a self
But
thing. It's a self thing.
hmm
It's knowing your worth with or without. Like
without it, right?
I know I could beat my face and be like extra bomb. It's just like that extra boost of confidence.
It's just
Like
a little
yeah, like
boost, little
I
kick.
look bad
Yeah.
either way. So
hmm
I get the feeling of needing or wanting to wear it, but for the most part, it's that self care, self love thing. Like just knowing, like I look good either way. Like I could put it on and still look good, or I ain't really gotta wear it and I still look good. So it's like just having that moment and the fact of knowing like my dude likes me with or without it. That's just an extra confident boost. You get
That's
what I'm
an extra
saying?
Yeah.
confident.
So
Yep.
that's that's
Yeah, I
how I
speak
feel
I
about
speak
that.
for dudes everywhere. I speak for dudes everywhere when I say, yo,
He's the
when
dude
you
advocate.
approach me, approach me with that shit off, and then you can put it on later. But let me see you first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well,
Especially
Drake said it best.
if you want that dude to be on some like yo, you know what I'm saying, on some real levels with you, you approach him real first. Like
Mhm.
approach him without the
Exactly.
makeup. You know.
Well, Drake said it best.
Yeah. But
I
you
can't
Neck
know,
speak for
tie.
every dude though. Hold
That's
up.
when you the
Hold
prettiest. I
up.
hope that you
no.
don't take it
Hold up.
down.
Wrong. But hold up. I ain't speaking for all y'all niggas. I can't speak
Yeah.
for
No,
all
and
y'all
you can't
niggas.
because
Some
Only the
men
niggas like me.
that's what they want a woman that beats her face every day. They want the
exactly.
Yeah,
makeup.
then
They
they want
want
to
the glam. They
then they
want
want to complain about it. Yeah, whatever. Then they want to complain about it. I don't want to hear that shit. Yeah, fuck out here.
Exactly.
I don't even like half the niggas.
Because I'm telling
Yeah,
you, it's
but
expensive.
seriously though,
It's
that's how some
expensive.
guys be doing, yo. Like just because, and it all goes with that get with. When we was talking about celibacy and just culturally, sex and all that. Like people will gravitate to other people's belief, and they don't even
Mm-hmm.
have to. It's like
Mm-hmm.
me, my homeboy, and another homeboy. Me and homeboy one. We like, yeah, man, I ain't with all that. Like we watching a girl on, I ain't with all that makeup stuff, man. Like,
Mhm.
yo, come to me natural. And then this one dude who's like, yo, she's bad, boy, she's bad. He hear us talking. He's like, yeah, man, she look like a street clown. And
Mhm.
we like, yo, we ain't say all that. Oh, Shorty
Right.
look good. Shorty
Mhm.
look good. We just said we ain't with it. You ain't even
Right.
have to go that
Mm-hmm.
far. You know what I'm saying? But
But
as soon
yeah,
as you
Right.
see her, you own her. But when she take it off, you like, oh man, I don't like them dimples in you. She put you ain't put no makeup today. Like, nah, nigga.
yeah. This is
We like her for
but
her.
right.
If she come with us that first, like we like her for her. That's what we wanted to see.
And
You know
that's
what I'm
what you
saying?
want. Like, and I feel like celibacy gives you that too. Like, you're getting to know me without the sex. So that way, like, even if we was to have sex, like, you could be around me even if we wasn't, because sometimes
Yeah.
that sexual tie is the only reason why I'm around you. Like, I'm only with you because the D is good.
Listen. You
Your
gotta think
man's
in
in
the
there.
aspect. You gotta think in the
Wait,
aspect of. You
wait.
have to think of the aspect of if it's long term. What
Yeah,
heaven forbid something happens and you're not able to perform anymore. What we got?
nothing.
Mm.
Not
What
nothing.
else we got?
Dang,
What
yo.
What
else we got?
what if I'm walking around with dysrectile function or something? You still gonna love me?
What else we got?
Like, yo, like, come on, man. If we ain't got nothing else,
You can
yo.
have you can have erectile dysfunction and you be dysfunctional and you be belligerent and abusive.
Right.
That I mean, all that goes.
Spirit
Nah, that doesn't go
fingers.
together.
Spirit fingers.
Doesn't go
that's
Yeah,
together.
that's
I
what
didn't
point
get
I
this
ever
last
catch
part. I
dysrectile
didn't get
function,
this
yo.
last part recorded. I'm a little upset. So
Oh man,
it died
which
on
part
me.
did you miss?
The
At
Oh,
the
it
what
last
died.
point?
part. Yeah, the last part. but it's fine.
Maybe that was a good thing.
Sparrowface. Like, let me get this reptile function. Boy,
Mm.
I'm gonna have. Hey, look, I'm gonna catch a hamstring in my tongue. I ain't gonna let you down, baby. Put my big toe in that.
I got
So
you. I got you. I
I
got
got you. Look, nigga be working the dildo with his
Not your big toe
armpits.
hippie. I just heard you, man.
Look,
I'm
be
done.
working the dildo with my armpits, making sure you get off. Like babe, I got you. Like we
I
don't.
am
Hey,
done with you. I'm
I
so
like
know
done.
that's right.
you might find a dude that can work, but you ain't gonna find one better than me that's willing to do this for you. Like,
Oh
I'm so
boy.
glad I didn't get that last part. It definitely didn't get it, but it won't even cover it, bruh. But this was like a really, really good podcast today, y'all. I really do
yeah,
appreciate Missy for coming through.
I really enjoy being here. Thank you
yeah,
so much
we
for having
enjoyed
me.
you, man. Thank you for coming, yo. We
Thank you for
appreciate
letting
you.
me pull up to the cool table.
Hey, all
Thank
day,
you for it.
here, all day,
Here.
man. You know
At
you
least
Yes.
we
welcome
got it.
back anytime, man.
At least I got it screen recorded. So
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
period. So whatever they did miss, like whatever I can't put on the actual podcast, they had to catch this on YouTube. Period.
Okay.
That's what we're gonna do.
hey.